Silly cat.
Just a little. Everybody will see what we mean by silly cat here in a minute. How we doing, folks?
Hi, everybody.
Isn't she cute?
She's freaking adorable.
Just lovely. Now she's sneezing at me.
Of course.
Well, welcome to the show, folks. This is Conversations with Switchblade and Kitty, and I got a kitty in my lap that is my little girl. We're doing something different for the show tonight. We are changing it up from what we were doing for the last couple shows. It is no longer multiple topics for one show, but hold on, let me get that echo out of the way. There we go. It is gonna be. We are just gonna do one show, Conversation with Switchblade and Kitties, Fur, Feather, Hooves and Horns. Did I get that right, baby?
Yes.
See, I'm doing good. I keep learning. But we got my little furry friend in my lap, and I think are you done? No, you're not done yet. If you don't notice, she's sitting here grooming me. It's kind of funny, isn't it?
I deal with this all the time, people.
She does it at least a couple times a day, folks.
Well, she does it when you let her.
Well, what? Yeah, when I let her, she wants to do it all the time.
Yeah.
Like all the time.
Yeah.
Hey, baby. I'm not gonna talk now because we're on the air.
And you're holding her.
You talk all the time, but you're not nothing. No, nothing. But folks, what made me decide to show this right now live? We are live, 0 viewers, but we're live. Is the fact that people think this is disgusting.
I think it's cute.
She's done this her entire life, folks. Ever since I got her, for some reason, she's infatuated with licking my beard. It's just something that she does. And I'm not holding her here. She can get down anytime she wants. But I think she found some things she can rub up against. And you done, baby?
No. She says no. I'm not. I'm going to stay right here and give mommy evil looks.
and rub up against my microphone. You done? You done? Did you do what I needed you to do? I think you did. What are you going to do, baby? Okay.
She has no idea.
She's going to sit there. I can do the show with her on my lap a little bit. But yeah, people have actually thought that's disgusting, that's horrible. And I actually have an article. It has to do with dogs, but the reasoning behind it is the same.
Okay.
Let me pull that up here real quick. Where's there it is. No pooch, and the title of it's No Pooch Smooches. Scientists say you shouldn't let your dog lick your face.
Why?
If you have a dog, you've probably asked to give it kisses. That is great. That it licks you in the face. But if you're not careful, you might be getting a lot more than kisses with every pooch smooch. Because there's bacteria. People are scared about the environment. They're scared of the bacterias and viruses and crap that gets transmitted through people every single day of every single minute.
Every moment of my entire life growing up, we had a dog. I can't remember ever not having a dog.
I had one for 13 years, and then she passed away, and I never had a dog again.
We had multiple dogs.
My parents had multiple
Very
dogs.
Very rarely did they get to the point where they passed away. We had a couple that did. Other than that, my parents had a really bad habit of just getting rid of dogs.
Yeah, you once you get an animal, you got to keep it until they're dead. Or you die.
Right.
One of the two, I mean.
Right.
But But usually
We kept King until we put him away or put him down. And that's the last one I can remember that we had until they died. My parents would just give them away like their last dog. Not the very last one, because the very last one my dad had until he died. And then it was given to Charlie, and then it was given away to somebody else.
Yeah, pretty.
I was a little pissed off about that dog, and I'm not a big fan of little dogs, and this was a Chihuahua, but she was the sweetest damn Chihuahua I've ever met in my life. She didn't yap. She didn't shake.
She was still an ankle biter.
No, she didn't actually. She wasn't. She didn't have a mean bone in her body.
No ankle biting. Well,
no, but she would go to the bathroom in the house because people are lazy and wouldn't take her out.
Yeah, well, hey, and this article comes back to there's organisms that are included that dogs can pass to you. The main one being E. coli, but you can get E. coli anywhere. Hell, you have E. coli in your own gut right now. Everybody does.
Right.
The E. coli in your gut, you're okay with, but the your E. coli in your gut, if I get it, I can become very sick from.
Right.
Even though you have it in you and you're perfectly fine because it's your E. coli.
Right.
And people don't understand that. That's the way it works. And that's the way bacteria and the viruses and everything else works. We're all in one giant ecosystem. And guess what? There's very little that we can do to control it. If it happens, it happens. You just got to be cautious.
In my personal opinion,
you don't hide from it.
Growing up with dogs.
No,
and allowing dogs to lick my face and all that kind of
was
stuff.
A little bit better because
I have one hell of an immune system
because it got that type of stuff in your system at a younger age, so your body's immune system started building a tolerance and the ability to fight it off and protect against it.
But unlike some of the younger generations, I actually played outside and got dirty.
Well, so did I, and I'm younger than you.
Well,
I'm a younger generation than you.
You are not a generation younger than me, thank you very much.
I am 4 years younger than you. 3.5. But still.
Where do you get 3.5? You weren't born in June or July.
Okay, so I'm
3 years and 1 month.
3 months. Anyway, 1 month it is.
1 month. Okay, I was born in January. You were born in February.
That's a generation gap, though. 4 years is they consider 4 years a generation now.
Are they crazy? 4-year-olds can't have kids.
Well, no, but that's
a generation is usually 10 to 15 years.
Between me and you, though, there is a lot of change that happened.
Well, you're a millennial. I'm not.
I am not a millennial. Don't make me fight against that because no, I am not. I am not Generation Z, and I'm not a millennial. We call ourselves millennials. It's that small little 5-year gap between those two. I'm neither. I side more with Generation Z or Generation X than I do with.
Okay, I was gonna say because I'm Generation X, not Generation Z.
I side more with Generation X than I do with millennials, but I don't side with either of you. You know what I mean? And
neither do I. I mean, some things.
It's called Xennials. It's XEI.
Some things I can agree with from the millennials and stuff like that, but others I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me?
Well, and that's the way I am too. And it's just like I said, there's a generation 78 to 84 is a 6-year gap that is a new term called Xennials. It's not Generation X, but it's not millennials.
What do you call my kid? Who's Generation Y?
No, he's Generation Z.
Is he Generation Z?
He is Generation Z, if not still a millennial, because I don't know if they've ever actually clarified that off yet. But I'm pretty sure he's Generation Z or a millennial.
Who doesn't fit in with his own generation?
Well, I know. There's some.
My kid is. He's not an alpha male, but he is definitely male. You know? Like, yeah, he's more like my generation.
Gotcha.
Than anything else, because he doesn't give a shit if he hurts somebody's feelings. He doesn't care.
He's more like the Xennials I'm talking about, my generation. We're gamers, but we know how to Where before we know how to do before gaming stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to the fact our topics. Our show's
Sorry.
supposed to be about fur, feather, hooves, and horns. We're literally just going to talk about animals. Obviously, pets and everything else. I've got a couple articles. What do you got?
I have quite a few.
Okay, so where are you at on that one?
Can we start with the dire wolves?
Oh, you want to start with those? Okay,
Yeah.
folks. Hold on, let me pull this.
Since
up
we're
here.
on the topic of dogs anyway.
Yeah, might as well.
And then this can lead into my wolf thing with this not yet.
Oh, you don't want this one yet? Okay,
No,
okay.
not yet.
Well, let me pull this down then. I don't need to bring this up then. Okay, so
A wolf and a dire wolf are totally different.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about, baby. So you're gonna educate me too.
Yes,
today.
I'm gonna educate you.
So, so what do you got? What is your? Oh wait, I should say, folks, if you want to call in, phone number is 419-649-7783. Call in. Let's talk animals. I love talking animals. That's kind of why our show's going to just conversations with Switchblade and Kitty, and we're gonna talk about animals because me and her can sit here and talk animals all day long. So.
And I'm pretty knowledgeable when it comes to animals. So.
And I know how to bullshit my way to make you guys think I'm knowledgeable. Anyway.
Till I call you out.
Yeah, well, you gotta catch me in them now. Ha.
I've caught you in a few.
Hey, we got 2 viewers. Great. Congratulations.
I bet one's
Look at
Charlie.
that. I'm hoping it is, and I hope I can't wait till he comes back down here. I need somebody to give me my pops while I'm doing my shows. I need that free intern.
I'm sorry, Charlie.
It's okay, buddy. Trust me, I've already got a list of to-dos for you to do when you get down here. So, but anyway, so we're talking about dire wolves. What the hell are dire wolves?
Dire wolves are a prehistoric wolf. Supposedly, what was thought for years to be a wolf, DNA has now shown that they are not a wolf. They are still a canid, but they're more closely related to a dog than a wolf.
So,
and I'm not talking the dog that's sitting next to you on your couch, or the one you have tied up in your yard, or what have you. I'm talking like the wild dogs, like the wild dogs in Africa. There's a couple wild dogs in other areas. This is a wild dog.
Charlie says hi. He is watching.
Cool. This is a wild dog, not your dog that's on your couch. Your dog that's on your couch is descended from wolves.
So not a wolf?
Not a wolf.
Okay.
But they are prehistoric. They are quite a bit larger than the gray wolves that were also in the area at the time. Yes, gray wolves and dire wolves lived side by side. There was not a gap between them.
Wait, that's a cougar. Never mind. I'm looking through some sounds that I put down for our show.
Oh, gotcha.
I only got one dog sound. That's the only dog sound I got.
But yeah, this group of paleontologists got some samples from the La Brea tar pits and some other samples from like the really cold, where they find the frozen carcasses from in the glaciers and stuff.
Yep.
And they took the teeth from these skulls and from the carcasses that they have found frozen, and they have drilled out DNA and have found out that their DNA is more closely related to wild dogs than it is to wolves.
Interesting. Dogs and wolves to me are the same thing, but whatever. I know they're different, but yeah, stare at me like that. Work it. Yes, folks. I'm going to make her glare at me multiple times during these type of shows.
Yes, he will. He's good at that.
But anyway, so dire wolves. So they're not really.
They're not a wolf. They're a dog. But here's something. Here's another little piece of trivia for you.
But I also thought though that dogs were descendants of wolves, kind of like
your family dog is descended from wolves. Wild dogs are their own species.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, they're still a canid. They're still in the canine family. They're just not genetically the same.
Okay. I'd have to do some more research on it, folks. Obviously, she knows a little more than I do on this subject right at the moment.
Here's another little piece of, well, not really trivia, but just some useless knowledge.
Useless knowledge. Gotta love useless knowledge. Folks, put this in your head. Forget something you need to usefully have in your head.
Shut up. Did you know that orcas were once land animals?
How the hell does a giant whale become a land animal, or vice versa?
We're seeing it with polar bears. Climate change. What was once a land animal became more aquatic, and then after a while it became fully aquatic. They're actually descendant. They're actually
frogs.
You irritate me.
I try. It keeps everything entertaining.
Anyway, as I was saying, there were once a prehistoric wolf-like creature that, due to climate change and food availability, they became aquatic and eventually became the orca whales that we see today.
That's interesting.
I like evolution and I like to study it. It's interesting.
There's a bit of information, folks, you just didn't probably know.
Yeah, and you didn't care. So, on to the next.
But I'm sure our viewers love that bit of information.
Yeah, I'm sure they don't.
I'm sure they probably do. Why you don't want to talk about our viewers that way?
All right, on to the next one.
Yeah, what do you got? Do you want to go to your...
I want to go to my wolf one.
Okay, so we're going to go to this. Hold on, folks. I got to do some stuff. I got to do this, and do that. Okay, she can start.
Okay.
I am actually even rusty good at what I'm doing here.
This video clip that we will be showing you.
Here in a minute. Whenever she tells me to go ahead and switch over.
This video clip that we're going to be showing you in a minute shows a rare occurrence. It's not really rare, but it's rare for people to see this actually happen. Shows a pair of wolves. It only shows one wolf, but there were two wolves chasing down a coyote.
If you really want to read the article, it'll be in the description.
Yes.
Folks. Don't worry. Oh, and I forgot to say, too, we're not only on YouTube anymore. We're actually on Anchor and Spotify if you want to go catch the audio replay of all this, because maybe you can't watch the video on all this.
Right.
So we are on more platforms now. Hopefully we can get some more.
We now have a podcast.
And watchers, yeah. I mean, Anchor, I take the audio from what we're doing right now on our live. I'll upload this with the video that you're watching now to YouTube, and then I'll rip the audio off and I'll upload just the audio. So if you just want to listen to the audio of all this, you can go listen and you don't have to worry about video or anything. Maybe you're at work, maybe you can't watch, maybe you're driving your car or something and you just want to listen to us. So you can always do that too. So you can find us on Anchor and Spotify, and eventually I'll learn the other 5 platforms that we're also on that Anchor goes ahead and gives me the ability to be streaming on. So you can find us all there also. So okay, so back to your wolves and foxes. Or wolves, was it wolves and...
It's a wolf. It's a pair of wolves.
Wolf and coyote.
Thank you.
Sorry, hey.
It's a little bigger than a fox.
I can only remember so much stuff. So the fact that I can actually keep remembering how to operate this programming should be good for you guys.
Put it this way, a coyote's like 40 pounds heavier than a fox.
So to me, it's still a punching bag. Okay, so anyway, folks, here's the video she's talking about, and I'm going to go ahead and play that, and she can go ahead and talk. So
I misquoted myself. They're about 20 pounds heavier.
Either or.
Or 10, something like that.
It's still a punching bag. Anyway, here's the video she's talking about.
You're awful.
I try. So we got the smaller dog being chased by a bigger dog in front of some snowmobilers.
And the other wolf is behind the snowmobilers, and he didn't catch it on video. But the wolves did chase down the coyote, and when they started their snowmobiles... No. When they started their snowmobiles, they scared the wolves and the coyote, and they ran off in separate directions. Well, the coyote limped off. Because I guess they got a hold of him pretty good.
We'll try this again. Hey, look. There they go. Right in front.
But the reason this is happening, the reason these wolves are chasing down this coyote is not because they are hungry. It is because coyotes are competition for food. So if they catch one that's not packed up, they will kill it. Just to get rid of the competition. Now, if they're starving, they will eat it. They'll eat your dog before they'll eat the coyote because they won't have to chase your dog. But they will still eat it if they need to. But coyotes eat deer just like the wolves do. So if the wolves get rid of the coyote, that's one less predator that they have to worry about taking their food.
Never mind, I'm not going to make that joke.
What were you going to say?
Nope, not in this day and age.
Okay.
We become part of the cancel culture very quickly.
Well...
Sorry, I got to watch what I air.
You know, I don't care about people's feelings.
I don't either. I care about actually getting people to watch us, though.
True. Very, very true.
Oh, by the way, I don't give a shit if you watch it. We do this for fun. This is just fun.
This is entertainment for us.
It really costs me nothing to sit here and do what we're doing for this hour. Or, I mean, it's probably going to go longer than an hour because we're already 25 minutes in.
Oh, really?
21. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Why don't you do one of your articles?
Okay. Well, which one should I do? Because I got some good ones.
That's up to you, babe. Okay. You never did go into why you were having the cat lick your face. I mean, other than saying your dog shouldn't lick your face.
I couldn't find the article where the woman got completely blasted on social media because she gave kisses to her little dog. That's where it was coming from. I
used to share ice cream with my dog. And I don't mean that I would eat what I wanted and then give the rest to my dog. No. She would take a lick, and then I would take a lick. And then she would take a lick, and then I would take a lick. And that's just the way it went.
People think... No, this one lady shared her little dog giving her kisses.
Yeah.
She got blasted. Like, it was 50-50 mix. People loved it. People hated it. But why would I mean, I just don't see...
Why does it matter to anybody else but that lady?
Because that's the way our society is now. Everybody has to have an opinion on somebody else's actions.
You know what what people can do with their opinions, right?
Yeah, shove it up their asses?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, pretty much.
Opinions and excuses are like assholes. Everybody has one, and they all fucking stink.
Well, let's go with this one. I like this article I found. Let's see when the date was. Hold on, my phone's slow. September 30th of last year. So it was something that it was after our last show that I found.
Oh, okay.
A zoo separates 5 parrots after the birds were caught encouraging each other to swear at guests.
Oh, I love it.
I would love to go to the zoo that has these parrots. Like, I would go
too.
Just to have them swear at me.
Yes, me too. Me too.
That is beautiful.
That's amazing. Yeah. Who taught the birdies that?
Some visitors found it funny, but with kids visiting at the weekends, we decided to move them. So they did have that group of people that they got coming in that said, "Oh, this is fucking hilarious. I want to go see it." But again, a zoo is
family friendly.
Family friendly, so you're gonna have that group of people and or parents that are gonna find this not suitable for a zoo. But that is fucking hilarious. I
want a parrot, right?
Yeah.
I either want a parrot or I want a raven. One of the two.
We'll get a parrot, but I'm teaching it how to cuss.
Can we get a raven too?
No. Why? Because ravens are wild birds. Well, so are parrots, but still.
Exactly. So what's your argument?
Ravens are not pets.
Yes, they are. They have been kept as pets for years. They're kept at the Tower of London as pets.
Damn. We'd have to go all the way to Britain to see these parrots. Well, they're not together anymore, so they don't encourage each other. But
Hey, well, I want to go anyway.
it was a British zoo. Well, maybe we're over in Britain. We can go over there.
All right.
You know, we're going to travel, so.
Well, of course.
But yeah, at a British zoo, Lincolnshire Wildlife Centre, keeping some of the birds' residents' vocabulary limited to G-rated language has proven a challenge, and park employees have had to go as far as separating 5 African gray parrots to squash the swearing.
That's the kind of parrot I want too, as a gray.
According to the Associated Press, Billy, Eric, Tyson, Jane, and Elisa, who all were welcomed to the park in August, were removed from each other's presence since they were encouraging each other to curse and rally in expletive-filled rants together. But that would be even better.
That would be better, yeah.
5 parrots telling each other
to cuss at each other. Yeah. Oh my God, I love it.
I mean, that is that just shows we're not the smartest animals sometimes on the planet, folks. Some of these animals are a hell of a lot smarter than us. Their smarts are probably just limited to certain aspects, though, compared to the fact ours can be a wide range of things. I mean, look at ants. Look at some of these other animals that build very complex and good structural societies.
I personally think there are animals out there that are a hell of a lot smarter than we are.
No, probably. But
I'm not going to go into detail what I think they are because, you know, a couple of them are cryptos.
Cryptos?
Yeah.
They're currencies?
You've never heard of a crypto species?
No.
It's what Bigfoot is.
Your son says gotta go. Good night.
Night, kiddo. Love you.
Okay, so he's gonna leave us. That means we're down to 0 viewers again, but whatever.
I don't care.
Neither do I, because everybody will watch us later. So yeah, I thought that was a pretty interesting topic. Here's another one. This one's just a funny one. We're just pretty much. I'm just gonna read you the headline and we can discuss and go from there. But
Okay.
lawyer accidentally uses Zoom cat filter during a viral court session, unable to turn it off.
How are you unable to turn it off?
The fact she had that on there initially probably means she has no clue how to use technology.
More than likely. Do they give the age?
She looks pretty old in the pictures. Well, let me see if...
Because if it's over 50, I can totally believe it.
Seriously, God. I don't even know if I want to share this link because this is the story. Ready? A lawyer accidentally used a cat-themed filter during a viral court session in the 394th District of Texas. He was briefly unable to turn off the filter and required technical assistance. That's it.
That's the entire article.
Entire article. And then it goes into a bunch of ads and everything else. And
Oh my God.
yeah.
I have another one for you.
Yeah.
You're going to like this one. Snowy owl seen in Central Park after 130 years.
I heard about this one.
A rare spotting of the unpredictable Arctic bird. This bird has now been there for 2 months. He or she, because I'm not sure what it is happily hunting Central Park. Unfortunately, this bird being where it's at is not necessarily a good sign when it comes to our climate. They are an Arctic bird. They usually don't leave Canada.
So wait, you're saying that it's getting colder down here, so instead of the warm animals migrating north, like global warming keeps warning us about, that we're getting hotter, the colder birds are... Oh, wait, that's right. We're at the warmness, so we're going to get colder over the next few years and decades. Oh, people don't realize that. We'll talk about global warming later, folks. That is not a fur, feather, hooves, and horns topic.
What I'm saying, though, is their prey is moving more because of there's not enough snow to keep them in place. Yeah. So with their prey moving more, they're going to move into new locations.
I can see that.
I mean, 130 years, it's not a coincidence. You know?
No, but
they're not something people see very often anyway because they stay the fuck away from us. Wow. As every animal should.
The only one that I've noticed animal-wise that actually has embraced our invasive species as humans is the raccoon.
Well, yeah, trash pandas love us.
They're growing more and more in New York City and major cities because they can, they're
trash pandas.
They forage and they thrive.
Yes, because they are one of the animals that thrives off from our garbage.
Yes.
We throw away so much food and all that kind of stuff that they are getting very fat. I mean, we have a compost pile, yes. Get a lot of cats in and out of there, but I've never seen any coon tracks or
cats and birds or
possum. We had a possum in there the other day.
I didn't. Haven't seen him yet, but I've seen cats and birds.
The possum just doesn't go over the top. The possum has a hole at the bottom that he goes through.
Which is fine. I'm moving it a little bit. And most of that compost is getting tilled into the garden this year, so
we're good.
So, but yeah, pretty much raccoons are the only ones that are starting to really adapt to our invasive.
You would be mistaken.
Oh no, but
foxes and coyotes both do very well in cities.
Well, probably. I don't know. Not as well as raccoons, though.
No animal is going to do as well as raccoons and squirrels. Yeah. Squirrels do amazingly well also.
Yeah. So, you got another story, maybe? I've got a lot of weird ones. Mine are, you know me. Mine are the weird animal ones.
Let me see.
Like I have one about 30 smartest dog breeds. Neighbor wants child support for his dog.
You
want to do that one?
Child support for his... How dumb can people get?
Legit neighbor demands dog child support. That is the headline of the article.
Read me part of this article, because I want to know if their dog was running loose or their neighbor's dog was running loose.
Give me a second, let me find out. Is it one of those?
Okay, well, while you're looking...
Okay. So it is one of those, my dog got knocked up type of crap.
Well, yeah.
If you're not going to keep and share an eye on your pets, at least make sure they're not prepared to go around making any more. This neighbor didn't take any... Okay, so they're mad because a neighbor let their dog run loose, and somehow it impregnated another neighbor's dog because they don't know how to protect their dog from getting... The neighbor didn't take any prevention measures with her own dog, and now she's saying she's entitled... Oh, no. So the neighbor that wants the dog child support is the female dog that got knocked up because it ran around the fucking neighborhood.
Then she doesn't deserve a goddamn thing. If you can't keep your dog in your yard, number one. Number two, if you're not going to spay or neuter your pet, you deserve what you get.
And she's also pissed because her dog was a pure breed.
Then why the fuck is it running loose?
Ding, ding, ding. I mean, I don't feel any sorry for her.
I don't feel one bit sorry for her, and the judge is going to laugh her out of fucking court.
Pretty much.
I got another interesting one for you.
I was going to say...
this is a local one.
Okay, so...
This is the Columbus Zoo.
Oh, I have one for the Cincinnati.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Cincinnati area. Not the Columbus Zoo, though.
Columbus Zoo celebrates rare snake birth in a conservation success.
I heard about this.
The eastern Megasaga rattler, which is Michigan's state snake, I think the Michigan Mega Saga Rattler is a little different than the Eastern.
Nobody cares. You know I love you.
Anyway, these snakes don't lay eggs like most snakes do. They give birth to live young.
Okay.
So
I think that's why I heard about it, because it was one of those rare reptile births.
yes. I'm gonna have to do some research to find out for sure, but I do believe that they are one of very few snakes, and I think the only rattlesnake that gives birth live.
You might be right on that, but yeah,
I don't know for sure.
More research is needed. Before
don't completely quote me on that, because I'm not 100% sure. So how many snakes did they say?
Oh wow, it's not just a single birth, it's like
multiple
births. Well, that's extremely rare for a reptile that gives live birth. Because normally when a reptile that does multiple births usually has multiple eggs. But live birth reptiles, normally it's just one. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Most of the time, when a reptile gives a live birth, you get one offspring. You don't get multiple. You just get one. So,
usually 5 to 20 are born. Okay. It does not say how many were born to the snakes at the Columbus Zoo. But we also had another birth at the Columbus Zoo this year, a tiny little baby koala.
Ooh, and those are rare.
Yeah.
Koala births are very, very rare because they have a hard time breeding in captivity.
Right, because it's got to be a certain way. They're particular.
Their wah needs to be good and sensual and not praying eyes.
Yep. And when they're breeding an animal, it should be behind closed doors anyway, because that's just wrong to put that on display.
My story on another Ohio thing is, do you live in one of the most dog-friendly U.S. cities?
No, unfortunately. Wait, we don't live in a city, so we can have whatever kind of dog we want. No, but unfortunately, there are way too many cities that have breed-specific laws.
Oh, a lot of them do. Most of them do.
Lima's one.
So, the best 10 U.S. dog cities. And before I go down this list, okay, and the link's down below, folks. Go check this out. Go do a little more, even though I'm going to skim over quite a bit of this. Here are the factors. Number of pet-friendly restaurants per 1,000 people. And all of this is per 1,000 people.
Okay.
It weighs in at a 1. Number of pet-friendly breweries, 1. Number of pet-friendly hotels. Number of pet-friendly beaches, which is hard to do in Ohio because we really don't have a lot of beaches compared to some of these cities that you're...
Right.
Number of pet-friendly rentals, number of dog parks, number of employee veterans in the metropolis strategical area, which that comes to do with veterans that have dogs that get to use them. I mean, that's a geographic on human living. Hiking trails and breed-specific legislation. So, number one city. Take a guess.
I'm gonna say... What'd you say, Cleveland?
No, it's not Ohio.
Oh. I have no idea.
Oh, wait, that's right. Ohio doesn't make any of these the top 10 lists. They make the horrible list.
Oh, anyway,
Florida. Tampa Bay, Florida.
Really?
Florida actually has 3 out of the 10.
Nice.
Orlando, Miami, and Tampa. But again, they have a geographic beaches.
Right.
That is a high factor.
They also have a higher rate of pet friendly rentals and stuff, because landlords have come to figure out that if you allow pets and your people have pets, they're not gonna move.
Yeah. Portland, Oregon, 2nd. Orlando, Florida's 3rd. Seattle, Washington's 4th. St. Louis, Missouri, which is the fact it's the middle of the fucking country with no beaches,
Right.
ranks up there too, which shows that it must have a lot of pet-friendly other accommodations.
Right.
San Diego, California, Denver, Colorado, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Miami, Florida, and Richmond, Virginia rounds out the top 10.
Nice.
Now, let's go on to the worst. Columbus, Ohio is 5th worst.
Really?
Yeah. Indianapolis, Indiana, Louisville, Kentucky, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and New York. And then
Denver's not in there?
in Columbus. No, Denver does not make the list at all.
Huh, they must have fixed their breed
Because it
specific.
goes Columbus, Memphis, Riverside, California, Houston, Texas, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So Pennsylvania has one of the best and one of the worst on both sides of the fucking state. And then Detroit, Michigan is number 10 worst.
Detroit.
At only a 14.7 rating.
Yeah, Detroit has some fucked up laws.
Yeah, well. It happens. You have other stories, baby?
No, I don't.
Oh, I have quite a few still. Though, we're getting to the end of the show here. For the
Yeah, I gotta work tomorrow.
Hey, you don't gotta work for like 12 hours. I told you, folks, I want to make her glare at me quite a bit over all these shows. So tune back. You'll have some fun watching. This one was one. I don't have the article, but I'm going to try to find it before I post everything. So I have a link to it. 70-year-old man at large after allegedly killing 2 duck hunters. I guess the duck hunters and this man got in an argument. Guy pulled out a gun, killed both of them. Now, there has been an update to this story since I first found it. The guy that killed him was found dead in the swamp 2 weeks later.
Oh.
Not too far from where the whole incident happened either. They found his body dead in the swamp.
Did they give a cause of death?
I haven't heard any rebuttal. The article just came out and said they found the guy the 70-year-old they were looking for, and he was dead.
Huh.
So
Didn't you brought up an article to me the other day about PETA and animals feeling offended.
Wow, I don't even think that I.
You brought this article up to me, so I was gonna let you handle it, but I kind of want to bitch about PETA.
Well, that's fine. Bitch about PETA. Let me go. Okay, I'm gonna let her bitch about PETA while I try to find the article that I forgot to actually put in my list today.
My main problem with PETA is, I'm an animal lover. Love animals. Think they're amazing. All of them are amazing. Great and small. Don't care what they are. They're amazing. But I'm still gonna eat the fuckers.
Oh. PETA. People eating tasty animals.
Right?
What they stand for.
That's what it should stand for. I have a problem with that group. I mean, but I'm an animal lover, but I like fur. I like leather. Animals are food, man. We eat meat.
It's called the Circle of Life, folks. Remember the Lion King? Circle of Life.
Human beings are great apes. Great apes are omnivores, which means you eat vegetables and you eat meat. Can't find it?
I can't remember what they actually call this. So give you.
And yes, animals have feelings. I get that. But animals don't understand language. They don't realize that when you call a man a pig, that you're saying something negative. They don't fucking care either. They really don't. I call David a jackass all the fucking time. All the time.
I tell her to drop the Jack name, but she won't do it.
No. And I'm sure the mule down the road doesn't give a shit that I call him a jackass. I'm positive the mule doesn't give a fuck that I call him a jackass.
God, what was it? Because they want to change the word chicken, the word. But
here's the funny thing: we call people chickens when they're being cowards, but chickens are actually really fucking badass.
But they want you to use the word coward, not chicken. Speciesism, that was it.
Speciesism. Oh my God, I don't like that terminology.
What is speciesism and how can we overcome it?
Oh my God.
This is straight from PETA, folks. So.
And this is a main reason why I hate these people.
Have you ever wondered how someone can be moved to tears by the news story about an abusive dog? You feel no remorse over eating a bucket of fried chicken wings that caused multiple birds to suffer and die. I don't remember the last time I ate a whole bucket of chicken that included more than parts from one chicken. So do they think we're all fat asses and eat multiple chickens at one time? Or I don't know. Just to start out of that
but there have been many a chicken that have given their lives so that we can have fucking subsistence.
Oh no, see, I gotta look it up. It's still speciesism, but PETA uses speciesism as two different isms. Because this one is, the answer is speciesism. Speciesism is the misguided belief that one species is more important than another.
No species is more important than another. I think endangered species should be saved, every single one of them.
So yeah, so PETA's trying to use one ism to define two different isms. And isms are a bad thing. Folks.
Yeah, every ism is a bad thing.
Stay away from isms.
Yes, please.
Isms are horrible. If somebody says something about an ism, well, just
walk away.
Just walk away.
Don't even give them the time of day. Just walk the fuck away.
But I will post the one on speciesism. I'll try to find the one about the words and the chicken and the coward and the jackass, and it's hilarious. PETA wants to change our vocabulary because we use animal names to describe people.
I haven't changed anything for anything, and I'm never going to.
Oh, what was it? Cow. They wanted to change it to don't call somebody a cow. I'm like, great, so I can go back to calling them a fat ass? I mean, cow's the nice term to use for somebody that's fat. But I guess...
No, not really. Not really.
It's not, but it's the more polite way.
No.
Oh, so fat ass is the more polite way.
No, there is no polite way to tell somebody that they're overweight.
Well, true, but cow is the least hurtful in my mind. I'd rather call him a cow than a fat ass. I feel horrible calling somebody a fat ass, but I will if I have to, if PETA wants me to change my vocabulary.
You shouldn't be calling anybody a fat ass anyway.
I'm a fat ass.
Because you don't have room to speak.
I know. I just said I'm a fat ass. Hey,
that's my fault. It's my fault he's gotten fat.
If I can call myself a fat ass, that means I have the right to call any motherfucking else a fat ass.
I'm a fat ass.
Yes, you are.
Fuck you, too.
Sorry, we're on air. I do not call her a fat ass. I actually yell at her every time she brings that up.
No, he decides to agree with me today.
I get yelled at when I don't agree. I get yelled at when I do agree. See, guys, don't worry. It's the female species that we gotta worry about. Hey, damn it, we're the same fucking species. But you're the female of the I said you're the female of the species.
Yes, I'm a female of the species, but really, honestly, how often do I act like a typical woman?
Not very, but she gets She gets mad at me when I don't agree with her, and then she gets mad at me when I do agree with her. So I'm damned if I do, and I'm damned if I don't, folks. You
do the same shit.
I do not.
You do too.
Could care less if you agree if I'm fat or not.
I wasn't talking about fat.
still. Oh, let's see here. We got about 10 minutes. Let's see what else. What other topics? 26 pets that are illegal in the U.S. We can bring in the Asian carp.
Oh yeah, we could talk about the Asian carp.
I mean, that's only going to be 5 minutes to the next 10 minutes, but hell, it could be. We can end. You want to end on the Asian carp?
Sure.
So, Asian carp has pretty much decimated a lot of ecosystems in the United
Mississippi
States.
River, for one.
A couple of the Great Lakes up here, yeah.
Nah, there isn't any in Lake Michigan yet, or Lake Superior.
Yeah.
I think Lake Superior's too cold.
Yeah, but they're on their way.
Yeah, I know. I don't think they'll make it to Lake Superior. Lake Superior's too cold.
This article is actually out of Detroit. It's the Detroit Free Press.
I know. Well, Chicago's been working really hard to keep them out of Lake Michigan.
Well, but they want to change the name of the Asian carp to make them appealing to people so they'd eat them.
I don't know anyone that eats carp.
This is something they've done quite a bit since the 70s. This isn't the first time this is...
Well, yeah, I know. Sheep's Head. The name of Sheep's Head has changed a couple times.
So people will eat them.
Yeah. But here's the thing.
Something fangtooth. I'd have to go back. There's a fish that its name is fangtooth.
Huh.
And they changed its name, and now people eat them on a regular.
That's so weird. So are we gonna start doing that with like nutria?
What the fuck's nutria?
It's fucking river rat that they eat in Louisiana.
I mean, if we need to, just to get rid of them, so people.
I don't think we need to get rid of them because they're a native species. But that's like we've had some. Oh, they're called red wolves. They're also known as maned wolves. They're from South America that have traveled and are in they've been going back and forth between Mexico and Texas. They used to be native to the United States, but way back when they were pretty much just pushed farther south. And jaguar occasionally will come up from South America, but can you really call an animal from South America or from Canada an invasive species when our lands are connected?
Not really. Now, Asian carp, though, yeah.
Yes, they come in cargo ships and all that kind of, or pets and just fucking dumped out.
So with this, the goal is to grow the fish's image as a healthy, delicious, organic substitute food source.
It's still a fucking carp.
And that's hold on. Which will in turn get more fishermen removing more tons of fish from the Illinois River just outside Lake Michigan. Markets such as pet food, bait, and fertilizers have expanded the use of the invasive carp in recent years, but it's been hard to get the human consumption part of this because of the 4-letter word carp. There ain't a goddamn fish that's called a carp that is edible and or good.
Nope. Not one. They're about like a fucking sucker, and I wouldn't eat you couldn't pay me enough to eat a sucker.
And folks, we're calling this because I'm going to read it. A full-on media blitz is coming later this year to change that. The proposed new name for the fish is being kept tightly secret so that you will never know when you go to order this fish from a food vendor or a market that it is the Asian carp.
You'd know it the minute it touched your mouth.
They might, but
I would. I know the difference between a bottom feeder and a actual decent fish. I won't even eat catfish. I hate catfish.
See, they say the Asian carp's a much cleaner and sweeter tasting meat because the Asian carp is not a bottom feeder.
Really?
It eats plankton. It is a different type of flesh, much cleaner, sweeter, and tastier meat, supposedly. I mean, I might try one. I'm a seafood lover.
I mean,
I'll try it, but
they're not a bottom feeder. I might try it, and if I enjoy it, fuck, I'll go fishing.
they're a plankton feeder.
We aren't that far from Illinois.
So,
on the Mississippi River, they have like a big party where they will actually catch these fish in nets and stuff when they get them to jump, and you actually win a prize for the most fish you get in the bottom of your boat.
Yeah. Then they're caught boatloads of carp, almost 20 to 50 pounds, he said, with some up to 70 pounds or more. Now the fish are typically 3 to 12 pounds or even smaller, he said. So over the years, they're getting smaller and smaller because they're competing now.
Right.
So, but yeah, they want to try to change that, so... You know.
I mean, I know they've devastated quite a few river ecosystems.
Yeah. Well, they've devastated quite a bit. That's why they want to... Illinois wildlife wants to get them out of the river and everything else because it's pretty much all that's there now. Whew. Okay, folks, I'm done.
I'm done.
We both done. I hope you enjoyed our show tonight. Again, any questions, comments, topics, send them to bsmedia419@gmail.com. Use... what I use. FFHH. Fur, Feather, Hooves, and Horns is the subject. And like to hear what you have to say. You have anything else to say tonight, baby?
Nope, sure don't.
Oh, well, I guess at that point, we're going to call it a night. Where's my out screen?
Bye, everybody.
Take it. Have a good evening, and we'll see you later.